Hello, and welcome back to Rage Gaming. My name is Hollow, and this is the Elden Ring whirligig. Bloodborne fans, it's back, and it honestly looks incredible. Look at the detail on that. Even the blades look ridiculous, and they've got pre-built bloodstains. And yes, we have the Ash of War, familiar, hold the L2, channel attack. Now, this is actually a bleed blade. So we have bleed build-up, and it's incredibly useful for killing big health enemies. Or a bit of bleed burst. It's actually called Ghiza's wheel, and it has a bit of a challenge to get it, but it is well worth the effort. It requires 28 strength and 18 dex to use properly in one hand. And we have the channel to R2 combo. We have the backstep R2. It just feels good. It looks good, and I can walk around soaring. I think it's a great weapon, and I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun with this weapon. So if you want to get this weapon, I'll show you how. While I do that, by the way, oh man, it's R2 when you're on horseback. Oh god, it's good. It's good. Alright, so to get the whirligig, or as it's called in this game, the Ghiza's wheel, we are going to need to get an invite to the Volcano Manor. The Volcano Manor is right here. There's a couple ways to get here. You can be kidnapped and taken to the under level, or you can get an invite and go to the main level and get this weapon much faster. So that's what we're doing. Now, what you will need to do is unlock the lake region, and you need to go speak to an NPC in this sort of gazebo right here. The closest bonfire or grace is the Scenic Isle. If I zoom out for you, this is the general area. You will need to speak to an NPC here. Now I'll show on screen the character. She tells you that she's been robbed, and she's basically asking, can you go get the thing that was stolen from me back? And you are basically told that it's a ruffian or a bandit or something to the northwest. As it turns out, right here, the Boil Prawn Shack is where that guy is. So it's quite close, just to the northwest. Now, as you can see, at the Boil Prawn Shack is well, I mean, I guess he's boiling prawns. The name is correct. He's also not very friendly. But if you ask him about the stolen item, he will in fact sell it to you. Or you could just kill him and take it, as well as get his pretty unique weapon. I mean, it's up to you. Feel free to do whatever you feel comfortable with. But make sure you get the item and take it back to the NPC. At this stage, you will receive the Volcano Manor invitation. Sadly, it's not that simple. Even though it is an invitation, it's not a real invitation. This is more like a, you may now prove yourself. And it literally says, prove yourself by making this journey, and the Volcano Manor will extend its invitation. We must make it to the Altus Plateau region before they'll let us in. To do that, we're going to need 2 halves of a medallion. That medallion comes in 2 sides, right? The Dectus medallion. We have the left side and the right side. Fortunately, it's not too hard to get these. First, we need to go to Fort Hate. And this is a pretty chill one because it's a lower level one. It's at the eastern side of Limgrave, right here. We're going to have to run through the fortress and eventually make it to the backside and up a single tower. Inside of that, or up that rather, is this chest, and that has the medallion side in it. Super easy, that's not a problem. The harder fort is definitely Fort Farrell. Not only because what's inside is certainly dangerous, but also, of course, its location. This is to the very far east side of Caelid, or the Demon Desert, as many call it. If you haven't been to the desert yet, you could go to Stormvale Castle and follow the long road all the way, grabbing bonfires as you go, crossing this ravine, and then you'll be there. Otherwise, make your way to this fort however you want to. Just be warned, you are going to be attacked by a variety of creatures with grab attacks that can one-shot if you're not quite high level, with lots of poison damage. Ultimately, though, it's actually even faster than the other fort, technically, to get the medallion, because it's right at the beginning of this place. You enter the first room, you get attacked by the flying creatures, and you progress to the other side of that room and climb a ladder. At the top of that ladder is the chest with the medallion in it. Now, there's obviously more to this place, but the enemies are very strong. It's up to you if you want to complete this area, but all you really need is that medallion, which is pretty easy to get. Now, with the 2 sides of the medallion, we're going to need to go to the Grand Lift of Dectus and present that medallion. This is here at the northern point of the lakes. You'll need to step in and basically present your two halves of the medallion as a whole, and that will activate the lift that takes you up. Now, as we're going up the lift, you're going to see a couple of, well, sleeping, chilling out huge giants, and just before them, ahead of you on your left, is, hey, that NPC we talked to and helped before. And as you talk to her, she's like, okay, great job. You have actually proved yourself. Now I will actually invite you to the manor. Do you want to come with me? Obviously, you say yes, and you'll be transported to the main hall and the main grate, in fact, of Volcano Manor. Now we can finally get this sawblade. So we're going to just go upstairs, right? Follow this along, and then there's going to be a big room with two sort of long dining tables, and at the other end, a body with an item on it. We're going to go over there and loot that, and hey, we're being invaded by an NPC. That's a familiar name. It's Ghiza, and he's using his wheel. All you have to do is defeat him, and of course, he will drop you his weapon, and now you've got it, the Ghiza's wheel. It's really cool. And let me show you a great example of me using this bleed buildup and the spinning wheel to kill a giant dragon that would otherwise take quite a while, but because bleed buildup is percent based, this is a huge, like 13-14k hit. It's ridiculously useful against big health enemies, as well as it being just a cool main weapon choice. But that is how to get Ghiza's wheel. I hope this video helped you, and if it did, be sure to drop a like on the video so I can make more videos like this in the future. We're going to keep bringing you more information about Elden Ring, where to find things, how to get things, good advice, and otherwise. So, until next time, I've been Hollow, you've been you, and thanks for watching.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.